Good afternoon, team. Welcome back.
Good
Welcome.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Ciao, Patrick. Ciao, Masiaj.
Oh, I was thinking we should not say ciao ciao. But welcome back. Nice to meet nice to meet you, everyone. Man, normally we were not doing this today because Fabio have some business meetings. But we were saying to Fabio, man, it was so much going on in the market: gold, silver, VIX. We have first expiration from the Magnificent Seven, and not only. So this is one of the reasons why we are now here again, because you are so important who are watching this. So we want to give you the best education and understanding what was going on today and how we can possibly predict this in the future again. So let's jump in, and I will pass this to you now, Fabio.
Yeah, so after hours event, obviously we talked about this morning. Google earnings. So Google beated earnings, but as you can see, there was very strong move to the downside. Now move to the upside, and now we are plus 1.6%. We can also add our string levels as well. So whenever you have earnings, always good to check out our string levels. So this was very strong area, and then we had a second really big area here. So first candle went down, then we went all the way up, then we retested kind of like this area right here, this lower band area on the side, and now we're back to a positive territory, 3% up. So crazy move now, opening happening real time. So very, very interesting. So congratulations also for Google investor, Google's shareholders. This was great. We also have Qualcomm. Different picture, of course. We are now down 10%. Very strong move after the earnings. So we were in a bearish territory here. So we were in a bearish bias coming from our swing level. So of course, this level was not breached before the earnings. Now we're dropping down 10%. So again, you could use this level for your option trades or for your directional trades. So we have a lot of documentation there as well. But yeah, let us know, guys, if you have questions. Those were kind of like the most interesting one for today. Definitely. Big companies. We also have like Patrick mentioned, the first zero DTE or 3 days a week expiration on Max 7. So now going forward, you're going to have Max 7 expiring or expiration on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So not only weekly, but also intra-week. So that's going to bring a lot of new flow to the market. So you'll be able to see it here. They're already here in the dashboard, in the matrix. And basically, you'll be able to understand how these play out. Let me know, guys, if you have questions. If not, Masiaj, I'll pass it on to you for gold and silver.
Okay. What the moves, ladies and gentlemen, on gold and silver. Exactly what we were saying on the morning preparation session, if you remember. Let's cover this one more time. Boom. We was drawing simple lines, trend lines, that we were saying that this impulse perhaps right now acceleration is over and will be also something cool to see correction, a little bit shakeout after that kind of move from 44, 40 to 51 plus minus 00. So bigger correction should be well. And what we have right now, let's take a look. So first thing first, this correction, is it similar to this? Boom, voila. Is it end? When we are looking and connection trade, simple trade technical analysis with MenthorQ labels, of course, we can expect another move perhaps to the upside. And what we was mapping today, where is our roof and bay resistance, where we were starting. what is supporting us as a plan B, and exactly when we drop to HVL, blind spot, and risk trigger, not such a far also from 1-day min. And right now, take a look from one cluster to second cluster, like a magnet point. What we can say else? If you remember, we was also diving to our GEX chart, and what we have here, voila, 5K as a bigger strike, main battle, 51, we was starting around here, dropping to negative gamma strike, negative gamma regime still sitting, and both after dropping below 5K, what we get? Acceleration exactly to our points. Tomorrow we also have negative environment, but after midnight we will get a new snapshot. So tomorrow prep we will come back to this topic and also check how it changed. Main strike 48.05, another 49, and plus minus 49.50, 49.80. Main strikes for tomorrow. Right now we are after the pit session, so you can also check what is going on here and how it looks. GEX profile on the left side, what it means? Negative gamma regime, extended moves, higher volatility. So be careful. Also, let's jump to our silver before we coming back to our charts. What we have today, 0.6% of gamma, main strike sitting around 87. We start from 92, boom, we dropping to negative gamma regime, and where we dropping 87, 84 plus minus zone as a main support. Tomorrow, also we get similar view that 83.5, 84 zone is very interesting. From the upper side, of course, around 95 is also important and should be for us. So this is how it looks. So now, right now, let's come back to our charts. Boom, voila, where is silver here? Our trend lines and clusters for morning preparation. Boom, we dropping from first magnetic zone, crossing another cluster, and what hold us? HVL0 TTE with put support. What is going on right now? We are coming to the place not exactly when we are starting, but also to another cluster. What we have right now? Let's check what is going on later on the Middle East, because there is a lot of news. We are after ESM, after PMI. Tomorrow we also have another day. Boom. Let's also check how it looks GLD. Our second trend line hold us right now. Price is respect this line. Also respect our models. Voila. This is from our morning. From cluster to cluster. Similar view also on GLD. The next step, SLV. Please take a look. From our cluster to HVL 1-day min from the snapshot. Below we have another support, and right now we are coming back and crossing trend line after very big battle right now. So let's check tomorrow what is going on, and right now I will be pass Patrick to you. We can hear you.
I think you're on mute, Patrick.
All right, welcome back. Yeah, nice to have you all here. So let's jump in first in one thing, what I think can be really helpful for you guys to understand. And if you be on our site on MenthorQ, I think you was observing this also, but let's talk about this. Because I want to add some little bit education in the stream now. One thing what is really interesting is our 1-day min. and also, of course, our 1-day max. We have here our 1-day min, and we have our 1-day max, and we have here our 1-day min. So one thing, what I'm observing, and this is why it's so powerful to have NQ and ES. If you're trading ES, no matter what, if you're trading NQ, no matter what, have both side by side, NQ and ES or NQ and SPX. So no matter what, have one of them together side by side. Why? Because as you can see here at 11:30, we was not in the area of the 1-day min, but on the NQ, we was already on 1-day min. And if you have only, for example, the NQ, and you're looking only to NQ, and you're thinking like, oh, now we're touching 1-day min, it could be a really nice example to going now long, because the 1-day min should be holding, correct? So you could think about this, because the 1-day min is the expected move. But on my theory, and this is also what I'm teaching also in the pro room, very often a break of 1-day min, what you were seeing here on NQ, is only valid in my point of view if we have a break from ES and NQ together. If ES break this 1-day min, this was valid in this case here. And if ES breaks and NQ breaks the 1-day min, yes, this is a valid break. And now what you're very often seeing, below 1-day min, we have put support. And above 1-day max, what you have call resistance very often, like what you have here, call resistance and call resistance CODT. And if someone is acting like what you were seeing today in the 1-day min, for example, that the ES is far away from the 1-day min, but the NQ is breaking, I believe, and this is really only my thoughts, I have no backtest statistics about this, don't get me wrong, please. I believe that we touch very often the next bigger major gamma level, and very often it's put support or call resistance, or put support ZUDT and call resistance ZUDTE. Depend on if you're breaking 1-day max, then most of the time it's call resistance or call resistance ZUDTE. If you're breaking 1-day min, very often it's put support and put support ZUDTE. Again, valid in my point of view to break 1-day min, to say, hey, we're breaking 1-day min, if both ES and NQ or NQ and SPX break it. So this is so important for your trading, to have this in mind, to check, hey, I see a break on NQ, we're breaking 1-day min, how's ES looking? Or ES is breaking 1-day min, how's NQ looking? And this helps you so much, and you can I believe, it's only my belief, you can target with much more confidence the next bigger gamma level, like here today, the put support. With the right momentum, if you see on your tools flow momentum, then target the next big area, like what we were seeing today on NQ. And we will see this also maybe tomorrow or on next week. We will see this again, and I will remind you guys. Next point, because as you know, the VIX is really, really important for me. The VIX is for me where I timing my entries and also my exits. And as you know, one of my A plus setup on the VIX is the call resistance, CUDT, or the put support and the put support CUDT. And guys, take a closer look what was happened. If we was touching the call resistance, we get the move to the upside. We touching call resistance, of course, we retest this again, but then we get a clear price action to the upside. And what was happened in the market, as you know, we flushed to the downside. And price action like this, what we're seeing today, we will see very often, not always, but very often, if we touching call resistance CUDTE, or put support and put support 0 DT. So in this case, if you know that we see a lot of price action in this case, use your all odds. It's really simple. Place your all odds, set your all odds on 18, on 16, and then you'll be good. And you get informed if you touch this, because sometimes we need patience, so the trade will be not developed directly. We need patience. With this in mind, and we was also talking in the morning recap about the big area here where I'm thinking we will not go through this because that's a big of gamma cluster, and you was also looking into the VIX and you was seeing we touching core resistance. Bam, huge move, really amazing. And Fabio, I was asking you if you have trends by the open with SQQ. Do you have this?
Yep.
Can you show this, please?
Sure.
All right, let's jump into Fabio real quick. And now, can we see the history?
Yep. So we can go in the indicator, type in historical.
All right, what I want to show you guys, and this is really interesting. I was really not sure this morning because this is why I was not talking about this. But I was observing in the last few days. Can you go back a little bit more in the history? Yeah, look at this, guys. Are we right? We see the 1-day max. Today we was hitting 1-day max on SQQ. Yeah, the day before we was hitting 1-day max, and the day after we was also hitting the 1-day max. So in the last few days, when the market was dropping, very often we was hitting the 1-day max on SQQ. And this was exactly today happened. And when the market was open, the 1-day max was looking so far away on my side that I was thinking like, could we touch today also 1-day max? It looks like so crazy, so far away. But this, guys, this was a golden nugget. Why was this a golden nugget? Take a closer look now. Now I will be bring back to my screen again. Fabio, can you show my screen again?
Yeah.
Here we go. We was talking about 1-day min and 1-day max on NQ. So this is why you should have also the SQQ on your side. Here it was the turnover. No level, correct? There was nothing. But let's take a closer look now on our SQQ. We was near the 1-day max, and where we get the turnover on the SQQ, of course, on the 1-day max, the last time when we was getting this also. Is this crazy or not? So if you're breaking also here the 1-day min and put support, but you was never touching the 1-day max on SQQ, voila, you have something. And also we was touching in this time the 1-day min on ES. So you was able to connecting the dots. Is this crazy or not, guys? Let me know. This is how you can use it if you have a system. And then let's jump into our swing trading models. What we was talking about in the morning, we was saying, hey, the NQ is near the lower bands. So the lower bands could be possible in the play today. And look at this, how we was holding our lower bands today. Bam, it was holding. Lower bands on ES, swing trading levels. Dow, okay, it was not in the play, by the way. Russell was also not in the play, but our ES and NQ was totally in the play. So with this saying, let's jump into our Magnificent Seven and our stocks, because there was something everybody is talking about the earnings. I like it, but guys, there was some other one what takes my attention. I don't care about the earnings because there was something better. Take a closer look here to Broadcom. They was making the deal with OpenAI and Nvidia. Boom, boom, boom. Amazing. Broadcom. And guys, take a closer look now to the move. We was jumping in from 1-day min, going straight to 1-day max after market. We was seeing that also our swing trading levels was holding before, and then boom, it was starting. Man, this was huge. Handshake 1-day min to 1-day max. We was seeing that the swing levels was holding. Holy shit! What an amazing move, guys! Come on, this was huge. And then let's jump into Apple because we was talking about Apple in the morning session, and I won't talk about this again. I was talking about the swing trading levels. We was developing a nice trading plan from the call resistance. Do you remember? We was saying, hey, the last time we was rejecting, but our plan is going into the swing trading levels like what we have today. If it was touching this, the risk trigger, T minus one, it was already new. And if we're getting the down move, what we was basically saying, we was saying then we will be going into the lower band T1 or T minus 2. We was talking about this in the morning preparation, and it was working out. We was saying, hey, we have a plan A for our ombre, plan A, and for our short, plan B, and we have a plan C when we not want getting in the trade, and this is here the Shopee area. This was our plan C. He was talking about this. Here we go. We was talking about A, B, C. I remember 100%, and take a closer look how this was working out. Very, very nice, guys. With this in mind, I hope this little tiny education session was really helpful for you. More of this you can have daily in our MenthorQ program. But again, this was so important for me that you understand the one-day min, is this valid or not? Take a closer look, compare ES and NQ. If you be a pro trader and you need a second confirmation, you know, you have the SQQ with the one-day max, and el voila, this was a good resolver trade and you was able to making some money. So enough from my side. It's already late. Let us know if you have questions about this. Otherwise, I will push this back to Fabio.
Yeah, and as always, guys, so Patrick and Massiage are live trading every morning at 9:15. So we posted the link here in the comments with a special promotion for joining our pro. So if you guys are interested in trading live with Patrick and Massiage at 9:15, please follow the link and you get a special promo for the next 3 months. So you'll be able to spend literally every day, morning and afternoon, live in the pro room. You just had an amazing masterclass today, Patrick, I believe.
No, this was Manche.
Massage, sorry. And that's also part of the education to become basically a professional and profitable trader.
Today was Mache. He was talking about the Rule 16. Why is this important for everyone to understand this? So this was part of Mache today. So we helping each other. So we understand us as a team, also with all pro members. So that's why Mache was doing this. So not me today.
Yeah, sorry. No worries. Congrats, Massage, and thank you for that.
No worries.
Very valuable content. And then, of course, guys, please, any question, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to be back tomorrow.
All right, I have a note for you guys. Take a closer look. Good night, my friends. Have a good day.
Thank you,
We
guys.
make it. See you later. See you tomorrow or wherever you from. So have a good time. See you tomorrow on Monday.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.